Hello there! Welcome to this drum lesson for Good Times, Bad Times by Led Zeppelin. So, there's a lot going on in this song. Obviously it's the great John Bonham. So we're just going to have a look at a few select bits. Now, this is basically the first, I don't know if it's the first track they ever put out, but it's track 1 of album 1. And some of the stuff he's doing on this song is just like, he basically just turns up straight away and a ridiculous drummer with some amazing ideas. One of the key things in this song and one of the kind of highlights of this track is the Bonham triplets. So now there's a lot of them in this. There's one particularly right at the end which I struggle to play, and if you check out my drum cover you can sort of hear me completely monk the end, so I'm sorry about that, but that is basically like almost 2 bars long of the Bonham triplets. So yeah, but yeah, he straight away is just playing these triplets. I'm not 100% sure whether he is the founder of them, but he is very famous for them, and they're probably one of my favourite things to play on the drum kit. And basically all it is a triplet, but you're playing the first hit on a hi-hat or a cowbell, which I've got here, and then the next 2 triplet hits are on the bass drum. So it sounds a bit like this. Okay, so that's your Bonham triplet, bass drum triplet. So yeah, and as I say, that's in this song a hell of a lot. So let's pick out a few bits of this. So yeah, the cowbell is really prominent in this, so he's straight away pulled a cowbell out. So let's have a look at the verses, which there's lots of bass drums, and essentially what the kind of backbeats are doing kind of, they're doing 2 and 4, but they're doing like the first 2 16th notes of 2 and 4, which is like this. And then at the end of those, it's like a 2-bar, kind of like a 2-bar phrase in the verse, and right at the end you kind of got these 2 tom hits. So the kicks are kind of, as I say, really busy, but essentially they're doing 1 and 1 and, then you've got your backbeat on 2 and 2E, and then kicks on the last 16th note of beat 2 and the 2nd and the 4th 16th note of beat 3, and then another kick right at the end of the bar. So it's kind of like this. Now what's really nice about this verse part is sometimes he won't do the sort of 16th note backbeat, and it will just be like more of an 8th note backbeat. And there's no real pattern to this, but where they're being played is a pattern because it works really well with the music, and they're kind of setting up for other bits. Let's stay on the verse. Now the second verse is slightly different. Now what he's doing here is, instead of the backbeat staying on the snare, the backbeat on 4 is now on a tom, so it's more like. and the bass drums in that verse 2 are slightly flattened out, so they're a bit more kind of there's a lot less of them, so it's more like. So like more kind of just like on all the offbeat 16th notes, pretty much. Yeah, and in that first verse, you've got the Bonham triplet straight away. First verse, straight into a Bonham triplet, which is yeah. So that's how he plays this first one, which is, there's only 3 in a row here, so it's a little bit easier. Is it starts on the last 6. It starts on 2 and. Really nice. And then into the chorus again, loads of bass drums. But so I'll play it for you. Yeah, and a really nice feel. And that is starting on sort of on the last 16th note, but on a triplet of beat 1. And yeah, as I say, there's loads of like variations to this. For me, it's about the verse patterns are just lovely with that cowbell. The last verse, outro-ish, is also really cool, because each verse is, the drums are the same idea but developed. So on the last one, he kind of does this thing where he's doing more backbeats, like on kind of all of the quarter notes with the kind of 16th note double thing, but going around the kit. So that's kind of like this. Really nice. And you're kind of crossing over there. Just to humour me for a minute, right at the end we've got this massive Bonham Bonham triplet thing, which is basically a 2-bar thing. I'm going to play it slower because I can't play it track speed really, as you'll hear in my drum cover, and that is like this. Yeah, also what's really nice about that is what I really like is the 2 snares right at the end. So instead of it just being 1 backbeat, he's adding the 2 snares. So he really is just, I mean, it's a great part, but a lot of it is just him just playing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm sure it's, it's worked out to a certain extent, but it feels it feels really like just, you know, he's just jamming it, he's just playing it, and that's what's coming out. So yeah, it's a fantastic track. Yeah, like I say, it's those Bonham triplets for me are just fantastic. So yeah, just try and practice them nice and slow. It's probably easier to practice them on the hi-hat as well. But what I'd say is, to begin with, just try one. And then you can try two in a row. And then you can sort of move it around the bar. I quite like doing it after a backbeat. There you go. Another little note on these triplets is that, I'm just going to put my headphones on a sec, is that, yeah, so those are the Bonham bass drum ones, and then he also does a similar one with the toms. Idea, which is basically just a triplet, but you're doing two hits on the drums and one hit on the foot, and you can move where that bass drum is, so you can have it at the front of the triplet, so it's like, or you can have it at the back. In the middle. Or you can do it, there's so many variations to it. One that I quite like doing, which is like a Ilan Rubin thing, which is doing the triplet but then doing it hand to hand. So like foot right, left, right. Yeah, but the Bonham ones you'll hear a lot is like, I think he does kick first. Yeah, thanks for watching. Go and check out my ropey drum cover of it. But yeah, hope that's useful in some way, and see you on the next one. Oh yeah, and check out underneath, I'll have like a cheat sheet, like a chart. It's like a chart, basically just telling you arrangement wise how many bars for each section, and then little notes. So yeah, that's like a little cheat sheet for you, which makes it easy to remember. Easier. It's not easy. Alright, thanks a lot. Cheers. Bye.